Hello and welcome to a Vos Journey. My name is Anthony Pica. This show is all about helping the new and upcoming voiceover artists grow their business, sidestep all the crazy things that this guy seems to step on. It is July 12th, a Wednesday. Wonderful to have you. If you're watching for the first time, thank you. Please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and the notification bell so when I do post a video, you can see it. Also, make sure you check out the link below for Vos Journey Elite Academy. If you are new or trying to grow your voiceover business, we can help with live courses, pre-recorded courses. I'm working on the massive Academy Success course, so I'm very excited about that, as well as an amazing community that we have to help you with whatever you need. So check out the link below. We're offering half off the first month to give us a shot. Today, we've got, I think, a really great topic and an important topic, all right? And that is how do beginners practice voice acting? Sometimes coaches or, other voice actors say, practicing is important, but I think a lot of times we don't really talk about what to practice. So I thought I'd do so in this video and give you a couple of different points that you could use. All right, so let's go ahead and dive in. So first and foremost, I think that practicing voice acting, your acting, is paramount to your success. The better actor you are, all right, the more jobs you're going to book. I mean, it's just hands down. And I think becoming a better actor is one of those things where you can define that as, being able to show a wider and more a wider variety of sensitivity for different types of emotions and message deliveries, if you will. So meaning like somebody asks you to be authoritative, somebody asked you to be enticing, somebody asked you to be excited, inspirational, someone asked you to be conversational, character work, all these different types of characters and things. You can practice and become better on these skills. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into the first part about this is understanding the basics, okay? And I think starting from the beginning, it's important to understand breath control, using vocal warm-ups, exercises that you should do every single day. I really like tongue twisters. Tongue twisters are a great way to strengthen your voice, strengthen the control of your voice, and help you become more aware about how you speak and subconsciously change how you you speak better. So for example, and here's a way that I would do tongue twisters. I would do them every single day for at least 5 minutes a day. And the difference is most people, when they try tongue twisters, they try to go fast, right? Because that's fun, But for what we're doing, our goal is actually to go slower, and we need to pronounce the consonants, the vowels. We need to slow down. We need to focus on opening our mouths when we speak. We need to overdo these tongue twisters. Make sure that each word is said clearly. Now, when we go to do voiceovers, unless we're doing some crazy character, we're looking to speak realistically. We're not looking to be over the top and do the things that I'm asking you to do with tongue twisters. But the reason why we do it with tongue twisters is because we're building awareness. All right. And also, if you have an accent or, a certain type of speech pattern, really focusing on clearly saying your words over and over and over again will start to trickle into how you naturally speak. And you will be able to then identify how you're saying a word and how to speak in front of a microphone as well, because that's part of this. I think the other thing is I just mentioned breath control. This is a really good breath control, posture, these things are as simple as you starting the day off too when you get to do voiceover by stretching your face, doing some mouth stretches, some face stretches, some neck stretches. All right. Also your posture, making sure you're focusing your efforts on using posture. Now I'm a very physical voice actor. I've done things on physical voice acting. All right. But using posture can really help you bring out a better voice acting and different type of deliveries. Okay. Whether it takes an authoritative pitch where you have a really good posture, or you're trying to be relaxed and, be more like, it's really kind of cool. That just came out, right? Because it's interesting how changing your posture can do this. But practicing, making sure your posture is good, all right? Making sure that part of that posture is also having your diaphragm, your chest, and everything open so that you can breathe effectively, keeping your head up so that you're practicing staying forward, all right, with your head up, chest out kind of thing, just working on that posture every day with your tongue twisters. Even doing their tongue twisters all at the same time will help you because it will become natural to you. Okay. So that's the first thing with the basics. I think the second thing is building character and emotion. Okay. I'm a big advocate for archetypes, and these are in my and voice acting for me, these are it's almost like pre-done characters. All right. And you can do them in tones, you can do them in delivery styles, any way you want to do this. But basically, when we get a voiceover script, we don't have days, weeks, months to practice. We have to do it right then and there. So we don't have time to discover a character, right? We have to have one all ready to go. And a lot of times, new voice actors really struggle with this because they don't have anything yet, and they're not quite sure what they're supposed to even be doing other than talking. So they try a variety of things while they're trying to work. So what we do here is exploring different emotional styles. So while you're, practice doing something conversational, practice doing something authoritative, practice doing something enticing. And if you don't know what those sound like, that's your first job too, is to go and search for these things to learn what authoritative sounds like, right? Like you're teaching something, or like you're watching a TED Talk. Conversational, kind of like I'm doing right here. I'm just conversating, even though I'm being conversational while at the same time being authoritative, which is often defined by ending down at the end of sentences, making more declarative type statements because you are certain about what you're saying. Whereas sometimes in conversations, we have conversations we're not sure. Okay, and those can be put together. So practicing those different deliveries and working on solidifying them to put like in your bag of tricks. So when the time comes, you can be like, okay, well, I'm going to do this read with this type of archetype. Okay, and you could say an archetype could be an announcer, or it could be the guy or gal next door, or it could be, the teacher, or it could be the motivator, right? The inspirational speaker, all these different things that you can create, and you have to practice those in order to create them. Okay. Also practicing and seeking feedback. So the other part of this I want to say is that while you're practicing these things, it's important to seek feedback. Right? Find places, Vos Journey Elite Academy, Vos Journey Academy, where you can, or anywhere else that you can go, any community, somewhere where you can get feedback on your work. Now, a real quick thing about feedback that's very important. Not all feedback is equal. And what I mean by that is I've been so fortunate to manage and build some very large voiceover communities over the years, and it's amazing how helpful and caring the voiceover community is. However, when I see some people and they post into general chats and places looking for feedback, people out of the kindness of their heart give feedback, and they do it to try to help. But oftentimes the feedback that is given by some people, and again, this is not out of malice or anyone trying to be mean or hurt anyone, is not often the best feedback, right? And the reason behind that is because a lot of times people giving the feedback, they're trying to help and they're trying to do everything, they're trying to be kind, but they're not trained in, educating, coaching. They're not trained. They don't have a theatrical background, perhaps. They've not directed. They've not, personally coached voice actors for years and years and years. They've not been trained to do that. And that's not a slight against anyone. It's just a reality. So what I'm saying is make sure the community that you're a part of, but the places that you post to get feedback, you're getting feedback from people who, are qualified to give you that feedback. And the way to figure that out is you have to research those people, watch those people, feel like you can trust those people. And that comes again from your researching and finding that community. But it's important to get that feedback though from somebody. Like I have tell people in the academy, Vos Journey Academy, send me stuff and I'll give you feedback on it. And I'm not saying that I'm some amazing professional, but I've done this for so many years. I've coached so many actors. I've directed shows, performed. Traveled. I've done this long enough now that you hear, and you can. I can hear it. All right, and I can help. And I think that's an important thing. You want feedback, and you want the right feedback. So make sure that you're getting feedback. And in this, I want to just kind of recap the utter importance of creating a daily routine for your practicing. All right. Could be that the first part is you practice stretching. All right. Getting yourself set up. It's not just stretching your mouth and your face and your neck and, doing all kinds of things like this and opening your mouth. All right. And then moving it gets you right. It gets your mindset right. All right. Get you ready to go. Then practice your 5 to 10 minutes of tongue twisters. Then you can even practice. You can even have a couple of scripts that you practice, but tongue twisters are really, really good. And again, focus when you're doing your tongue twisters. Make sure your posture is set. All right. Your head is up. You're moving forward. You're opening your mouth. You're overdoing it slowly, making sure each word is pronounced correctly. The consonants are said. Everything is done, and do it slowly. Slowly force yourself to open your mouth. Again, this is not what you're going to do while you're doing voiceover work, but you're practicing this in the beginning, not just to warm up, but again, to train yourself to speak better and to be more aware of how you're speaking so that you can manipulate your speech. That's what a good voice actor does, is they manipulate how they speak in order to deliver messages, thoughts, ideas, emotions clearly and effectively to a given audience. That's a good voice actor, and you can practice this on a regular basis. All right. I hope that helped. Please make sure, again, if you like this, you hit the like and subscribe button and check out Vos Journey Academy. We'd love to have you. The link below to try us out for 50% off. Have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you soon. Happy Wednesday. Goodbye. Goodbye.